Salam alaikum, shalom, grüß Gott, bonjour, privet, dobar dan, and welcome to this video. In this one I will talk about the Arcam SA20 and my experiences with it. I listened to it with some different speakers, but this is my main speaker, the ELAC Vila 403. Now, I will try to keep it short. I love Arcam. I love the sound signature of Arcam, and this sounds like the Arcam solo music sounds, but with a Bethel DAC built into it. So if this unit had, or this model had a CD player built in, like the solo music does, and would look better, because I think it's not my taste, I think I would keep it. And if it had a streamer built in, then this would be my amp. Like, I can say forever, and I know there will be new technologies like spatial audio and things like that, which will change things. I think spatial audio will be the next thing, coming from mono to stereo, and the next one I think will be spatial audio. But let's go back to the Arcam. Like I told you in my other videos, when I compare this amp to other amps, this has a very lively sound, a very sweet sound to it. And that is due to the full-bodied upper bass response and the sweet treble. Please get me right in this point. This is not a bright sounding amp, not at all, but it has something within the upper frequencies which makes it very enjoyable, and enjoyable also for long listening sessions. And I think that is due to the fact that it is not bright. And to be honest, it is hard to make the ELAC Vela sound bright, or harsh. I guess there is no amp that could make the ELAC Vela sound harsh. So please keep in mind, I'm talking about the performance of the Arcam SA20 with the ELAC Vela and the Technics SBC700. That is a speaker I had before, and I love the sound signature of Arcam. It is crystal clear. If you use the digital inputs, and in my case it didn't make a difference if I use the optical or the coax input, it sounds amazing, and you can choose between different filters. Now the filter, by default, that is the apodizing, and I think it is very clever to choose that one, because that one does everything right. It just sounds amazing. So you don't have to change filter just to get the best sound. I think the apodizing filter is already amazing. If you want to, you can push mute for 3 seconds, and then you come into a menu, and then you can choose the different filters. And in my case, I liked the minimum phase fast roll-off. I liked it, so it is one I would prefer. It sounds very natural. That's the thing. I would say the most analog in some way, but it was the soundstage that sounded or sounds the most natural. I think that is filter number 3. And there is one more to make this sound a little bit snappier, because when I say a little bit, I really want to emphasize really a little bit, because the differences between the filters are extremely small. And that is a linear phase fast. Yeah, I think it's called linear phase fast. I will show you in the other video. I will make a video only about the filters. That sounds the snappiest in my opinion. So with a lot of tracks, I enjoyed that one the most. Linear phase fast. Yeah, exactly. Now, unfortunately, this does not have a built-in streamer. That is the SA30. This one is the SA20. And the build quality is amazing. It is a heavy amp, even though it is quite small. So the depth is, I think, less than 30 centimeters. Now, the volume knob is fine. It is made out of plastic, but feels very good. And I didn't test the headphone output. I don't listen to music using headphones, and it has a lot of power. This amp has a lot of power, but especially at low and mid volumes, that is where this amp shines. And at high volumes, this gets a classic AB amp. But at low to mid volumes, it has this Class G typology thing, playing like a Class A amplifier, and that is amazing. The clarity at low and mid volumes is amazing. The instrument separation is, when I say amazing, I mean it is amazing in this room. This is not a treated room. It is well damped, but I guess it could be way better. And I guess I would hear it too. But in this room, and compared to my other experiences, this one, I'm sorry, I guess my phone is too heavy for my gimbal again. Now, in this one, with this amp, you can listen at low volumes and you will lose nothing. It is really that amazing. I guess there will be some of you who will ask me what I think about the comparison between this Arcam and the SUG700 by Technics. And I will tell you one thing. The SUG700 sounds better at high volumes. It sounds cleaner and faster. And at low to mid volumes, in my opinion, the Arcam sounds much better. So I really say much better because it sounds fuller. It sounds more alive. And to get the Technics SUG700 sound alive, I had to turn up the volume all the time. But sometimes I don't want to listen at higher volumes. I want to listen at low volumes and lose nothing. And that is the case with this Arcam SA20. It is amazing. So like I said, I love Arcam. I love the sound signature of Arcam. I fell in love with my previous combination using the Focal Aria 906 as my speaker and the Arcam Solo Music Mark II as my amp. That was a match. I don't know how to put it into words, how good that did sound, especially when I used the built-in CD player. I want to say it was perfect, even though there might be better sounding solutions, but That is a sonic memory I have. I think I will chase it for the next few years until I get that again. The only reason I sold that was I wanted um, a speaker with more bass. So the Focal Aria is a very special speaker in my opinion. It has a fantastic mid-range. It is really maybe the most organic mid-range I did here so far. This ELAC Vela sounds different. It sounds completely different. It has more bass. It has a much sweeter and airier treble, and I still have to look for an amp to make the mid-range of this ELAC Vela sound the way I want it to sound. Just a bit more into my face. That was the case with the Focal Aria, and that was very, because the singer just was in front of me, and I could close my eyes and know the singer is standing in front of me and singing for me. And I still have to try different amps to make. Maybe just the Vela is not doing that, no matter which amp. But I will try because it sounds amazing overall. And unfortunately, I didn't have the Focal Aria anymore when I bought the Arcam, but that's okay. I guess it would sound a bit more detailed, a bit more transparent than the Arcam Solo Music Mark II. Overall, this amp gets my full recommendation. It, in my opinion, it has a very good DAC built into it, and when I say very good DAC, I don't necessarily mean the DAC itself. I mean the implementation is amazing. And yeah, I would love Arcam to change its design. Just make it look a bit more modern, or just even if this was completely white, it would fit better onto my sideboard. But that's it, you can't have it all. This sounds amazing, and it sounds very detailed and transparent and wide and deep and lively and enjoyable and so on and so forth. So this is not an amp I have to appreciate for something. I enjoy it. So I appreciate it by nature. And this gets my full recommendation. If you have a streamer or something, you can have a small thing and use the built-in DAC. It sounds amazing. Now, that is it. If you want to get to know more about the filters, just watch the video. And that's a short video. I only talk about the filters. And that is it. Thank you very much. Please don't judge gear by its review, even not by my videos. This is not a review, but a video. And please keep peace in the middle of your mind. And so I will see you in the next video, or you will hear me in the next video. If you have any questions, ask them below. So have a nice day or night whenever you watch this. And so bye bye.